welcome to my channel. I am a budget mama based in the UK and my little family of 3 is working to a cash budget to help keep control of our finances. Today's video I'm going to be stuffing our savings and sinking funds. We put our second income towards our savings and sinking funds. It's just a part-time income. I just do 12 hours a week of an evening in a supermarket, and it's allowing us to build up a few little sinking funds, a few little buffers. So if there was a massive bill that came in from elsewhere, these aren't life or death. These are just kind of nice to haves. So we could always dip into these if there was an emergency that we needed to pay for. And it just gives me peace of mind, really, and that's the whole point of the budget for me. It's about making me feel in control and giving me peace of mind, and knowing that if there was an emergency or a large bill on the horizon that I haven't kind of seen in advance and planned for, that we have the cash to cover that. Anyway, so we've put 120 in. So there's 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110, 120. And we need to see what is left. So I'm pretty sure we didn't touch fun. So there's 20 left in fun. I do cap most of my little pots at £50. So we will be paying only £10 into fun this week instead of 20. Gifts I've got 2. So we've got the envelope that has our gift fund in, and that pays for birthdays and Christmas and, I don't know, Mother's Day, Father's Day, any other time that we would need to buy gifts. And there's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80, 182 in gifts. It's building up nicely. I think once we've hit 200s, so after this week, I think I'm going to reduce that. So we're currently paying 20 in because I got a little bit panicky that we wouldn't have enough money for Christmas. But I am hoping to be a little bit thrifty this year and not spend an awful lot of money. We do Secret Santa for my husband's family, bar his parents. So we buy for his parents. We do Secret Santa for like the brother and sister-in-laws. But there are still nieces and nephews on his side of the family that we need to buy for. And then my side of the family, we're slightly less stingy with my side of the family. I do buy for everybody. Not a huge amount, there's nothing big, they're all adults, so it's not that like little kid Christmas where you get them lots of stuff. So but I do buy for everybody, and this year, like I say, I'm hoping to make some stuff. And me and my husband, we don't do a huge amount for each other, to be honest. I would rather save the money on gifts and have an experience as a family instead of having like a big extravagant gift. Anyway, so I'm feeling pretty happy that once that hits 200, I could then drop down to doing £10 a week, which was always the plan for the gift fund, which over the course of the year would give us £520 per year to spend on gifts for everybody. And then last week I started an extra little fund, which is our Christmas fund. So I'm putting 20 a week into there. And that's just going to give us money for Christmas food, Christmas booze. It's going to pay for any decorations that we would like. We're pretty sorted for decorations for the house, but this is the first year that my daughter's going to be old enough to really appreciate and enjoy Christmas. So there may be a few little extra bits that we want to get. You know, I say for her, they're probably going to be things that I want, to be honest. But yeah, so we're doing that. Savings, we have 45. So again, that is going to get capped at 50, so I need to find a fiver from somewhere. And then the boat fund, our starter motor is saved for, that's in the envelope. There is £200 in there. There's a random penny in my boat fund, that's weird. No idea. And then we are saving the rest as like a maintenance fund. So that's, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40. So we've got 140 going towards our maintenance fund. I mean, most places that I've seen suggest having like 10% of the value of the boat for like annual maintenance, and then we need some, it needs a bit of work done as well. So having that is definitely going to help. I have no idea where that penny came from, but last video, if you noticed, I never put all of my coins into Toothless. So I'm going to do that today. And I'll add that penny to it. So that's everything. Those are just my daughter's child benefit pots that we keep separate. So we're going to pay in. So fun, like I say, I'm going to cap that at 50. So we're just going to put 10 in there. And the fun money just pays for, well, anything fun really. Like if we want to go to the, maybe not at the moment, but if we wanted to go to the beach and get ice cream, you know, it will pay for like the parking and, you know, lunch out or whatever. A lot of our kind of extra funds pay towards like food. We are very food oriented. We like our food and we like to sit down and have a coffee and a cake if we're visiting somewhere new. So 20 goes into our gift funds. Oh, get him. So that puts us at £202. So next week we're going to drop that down to £10 a week. And then we are adding 20 to our Christmas fund. And what I am going to do is actually swap those 10s for a 20 because I never have enough 10s. And if those 10s go into our savings challenge, I can then kind of borrow them later on. So there's now 40 in our Christmas fund. We don't buy a lot of like pre-made. No, I'm lying. We do buy a lot of pre-made stuff for Christmas. I do the veg. I don't buy like pre-made kind of roasties or anything. But we obviously don't have turkey. But I'll do like a vegan Wellington, the Marks and Sparks mini Kievs at Christmas. They are delightful. And then savings, we have 45, so we need to put 5 in. So I'm just going to put 10, take the 5, sort it. And that, the savings, it's only our short-term savings. So it's really, if something breaks, like my hairdryer or the toaster or the kettle, then we've got a little bit of cash for things like that. Often it gets blown on other stuff, but that's what it's supposed to be used for anyway. And then we are putting 20 towards our boat maintenance. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 160 in there now, which is building up nicely. Yeah, just need to get around to sorting it now. So that's everything paid into, and we've got a good chunk of cash left over to go into savings. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, £45 to go into savings, which is amazing because if you watched, if you watched my last video, we filled 27, 26 and 3. So we put £56 into savings on Wednesday, and we're going to put another £45 into savings today. which is insane because that's £101. What? Am I adding that right? That's definitely 56. 30, 26, 56, yes. And then 45 on top of that. That's 101. That's a new record. That's like a weekly record for me to put into savings. That's insane. Wow. Yeah. I'm so happy. I've got to the point now where I feel like I'm making real progress. When I started this challenge, it was just daunting. It was daunting to think that I had all of these envelopes to fill, and now that we're getting towards the end of it, and with condensing everything into the bigger envelopes, every week now I'm going to be filling multiple envelopes, so it's just, I'm going to blow through it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I've got 25 and 20 getting filled today. So I'm sure most people watching this are familiar with the weekly challenge. If you are new, and you're new to budgeting as well as new to my channel, the weekly challenge, I've got 52 envelopes. Each one has a different number on. And every week I fill, well, the idea is that every week of the year you fill the envelope with that number on it. So if it's the first week, you fill number 1, second week fill number 2, yada yada yada. Not many people that I've seen do it like that. Which, I mean, do what works for you guys, to be honest. If you want to do it that way, if you like that structure, fine. I don't like the idea of, like, Christmas week could be either 50 or 51. Probably be 51, to be honest. I don't like the idea of trying to save £50 in a week where I'm supposed to be, you know, buying presents and enjoying myself. I don't want to be stressing about saving money that week. But anyway, so I've done it slightly differently. I kind of fill them as, I try and fill like the largest numbers first, and then if I have only managed to fill some of the smaller numbers, I can condense them down into the bigger numbers, and I find that that motivates me to get it done. Yeah, definitely motivating to have those bigger numbers filled. And I only started my channel and my challenge in, I think, June, May, end of May, beginning of June, something like that. Because it was just after I started the second job. And so to have completed, I mean, I will definitely have completed this challenge by the end of the year. So to complete it in 6 months, 7 months, I'm hoping that next year I will be able to complete it twice. But I might change it up a bit. So instead of having all of the different numbers, I might just have like a 50 envelope challenge or something. But instead of having all of, because I hate having the pounds in there. It makes it really chunky, really heavy. I don't like it. So I might just have some, excuse me, my oven is, sorry about that. I am drying some mushrooms in the oven, and the greaseproof paper kind of got caught in the fan at the back, and there's now mushrooms all over my oven. So I'll deal with that in a minute. Yeah, so what I might do is have like a set number of £50 and then some 45s, some 40s, 35s, etc, etc, and just keep them in note denominations, because I really hate the pound coins. It just makes it bulky and annoying, and I don't like it. The only downside with doing it that way is that the pound coins wouldn't be able to go into this challenge, so I might next year have a weekly note challenge, and then a separate pound coin challenge, and then I'll do my penny challenge as well, where I just kind of like throw all of the loose change smaller than a pound. But yeah, just ideas. I'm thinking ahead of how to make this simpler. And one of my pet peeves is the pound coins in the weekly challenge, because I just don't like it, especially now that they are getting full, and it's only going to get worse as I'm kind of getting to the smaller envelopes. So yeah, we'll get that sorted. We'll get that sorted next year. I need Toothless. Where's my favourite dragon? Hello. Oh, here we go. He's looking a little bit, he's not looking. He's feeling a little bit light, because he got emptied to fund our garden fund, and we're now trying to fasten him up again. So all of the penny challenge that I was doing, I had about £180 in there. That got paid into the bank. It was very satisfying to watch, to be honest. I should have recorded it. And yeah, that got paid into the bank, and then I took out the cash, and we've got a separate garden envelope just to get our veggie garden sorted. It's something that I'll add to the penny overboard. It's something that I will add to the budget proper next year, but for this year I'm not paying into it. I'm just using what we had in the penny challenge to get our veggie garden started and buy a polytunnel and seeds and all of that stuff. But for the moment we're trying to fasten Toothless up again so that we can have a little bit of money by the end of the year, and we can maybe have a little treat, or I mean, I said in a previous video, maybe like a head start on the penny challenge next year. I think I'd rather have a treat. Oh God, failing. Yeah, I think I'd rather have like a meal out or something, and that way next year is more, I'm not cheating by putting extra money in at the beginning. Where's that penny gone? There it is. Oh, we got it. No, we don't. There we go. So, Toothless is belatedly fed from Wednesday's video. My savings and sinking funds are paid into. My savings challenges are just looking amazing. That whole right side, all of those biggest envelopes are filled. So we're just working on the smaller envelopes now, and I would be very surprised if we did not complete this by the end of the year. That's very exciting. So, oh yes, by the way, if you don't know, at the end, once we've completed this, we will have saved £1,378 just by doing this little challenge. I mean, firstly, that's amazing. The idea of having nearly £1,400 like extra saved is just amazing, and my brain is now going, oh, what can I spend that money on? Must not blow it on a holiday. I think we probably need to put it towards either getting our roof fixed. Not that it's broken, but it's definitely in need of replacing soon. So that might be a savings challenge that we do in the future. And we want to put solar panels on the house, but we might take our equity out of the house to do that. I don't know. It's all very... So yeah, might put it towards that, or we might put it towards getting the boat sorted, or we might put it towards the garden, because we want to have like a seating area close to the house, with a bit of a pergola lean-to kind of thing over the top, just so that we can use the garden even if the weather's not great. But for anybody that is, I don't know, umming and ahhing about maybe starting budgeting or trying some of these savings challenges, just get started. That is the hardest thing to do, and I totally get it. I am a master procrastinator, and I will overthink things until I'm blue in the face. I will make them into a bigger deal than they actually are, and eventually I just won't do anything. So I get it. I understand. And it's all well and good watching other people and seeing them being so close to the end of one of these challenges and thinking, well, I could never do that. They've been doing it for ages. But the only way you get to that point is by starting and sticking with it. And if you have a bad month or a bad week or a bad couple of months and you either don't pay into it or you blow the lot on something, so what? Let yourself off the hook. Start again. I know it will be demoralizing having to start again, but you will get there eventually. I believe in you. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I believe that you can do it. I believe that you can meet your budgeting goals, you can save the money that you want, and you can have that money for whatever it is that your goal is, whether it be a holiday or a new sofa or a new car, whatever it is. I believe that you can do it, as long as you get started and stick with it. Those are the provisos. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch up with you in the next video. Take care and happy budgeting.